It started with a program consisting of 8 co-ed students. It was called Adaptive Physical Education and was an activity for students with special needs. Such an endeavor, that would eventually involve more than 600 unified athletes in more than 940 games, takes an individual who is a caring, compassionate role model with a strong love for all kids. Meet Cynthia Morse. When you call your role model and your hero Mom, chances are you have started with a solid foundation. Rachel would attend every athletic event when Cindy would play and instilled lessons in how to be a strong woman and always try to do what was right. Those lessons were learned and eventually passed on to future students. Growing up on Chapman Street in Putnam afforded the opportunity to participate in many neighborhood activities at Kings Hill. However, a broken collarbone led to safer sports like softball and basketball, which she participated in on her arrival at Putnam High School. Here she met her mentor and lifelong friend, coach, and teacher, Pam Childs. In addition to the necessary fundamental requirements of each sport, Pam instilled discipline and the understanding that there were no half-ass excuses for a lack of effort. A lesson well learned and put into practice, with the results being state semifinal basketball appearances in 1978 and 1979. Family finances were always carefully monitored, so doing her share was always a requirement if Cindy desired some personal purchases. The alarm rang at 4:30 each morning to start her on the delivery route of the Norwich Bulletin. Working for the Putnam Recreation Department, day camp, and as a lifeguard at Murphy Park all provided contributions to the coffer. As a certified Red Cross swim instructor, she not only taught hundreds of locals how to swim, but as those guppies became parents, she was sought out to teach the next generation of swimmers. The piggy bank was further enriched when she helped an elderly Mrs. Pease with yard work and household assistance. These extra coins enabled Cindy to make her first major purchase, a Bumblebee Yellow 100cc Kawasaki motorcycle. High school graduation led to a college decision. Options were carefully weighed, and for Cindy, the choice was Central Connecticut to pursue a career as a physical education and health teacher. Ultimately, it turned out to be a great call. Although she did make the tennis team at CCSU, officiating basketball games and becoming a certified softball umpire expanded her athletic credentials. Following graduation from CCSU, the opportunity to experience coaching soccer, basketball, and softball at the junior varsity level put her in an excellent stead to accept a mid-year position as physical education, health teacher, and coach at Killingly High School. And the seed was sown for what was to become a memorable career. While still a student at CCSU, Cindy volunteered to assist with Special Olympics. It provided a spark that eventually kindled a flame that would become a raging inferno in her world. It encompassed 30 years and provided memorable sporting opportunities for those who might never have had the opportunity, and eventually led to recognition as the George Synott Special Olympics Coach of the Year. With support from high school administration, students with special needs were recruited from study halls, got their feet wet in after-school activities, and as the numbers of participants began to increase, it led to the formation of Northeast Connecticut's first unified basketball team, consisting of 8 co-ed students who took part in one event. By 1991, the program had grown to 30 members and now included soccer and volleyball in addition to basketball. Practices became regular and teams began playing at the state level against schools with similar programs. Later, special activities were added and there were opportunities to showcase the program to the community under the lights on the Killingly athletic field. Unified participants were starting to be recognized as athletes, awarded trophies for outstanding performances, and earned Letterman jackets in end-of-season ceremonies. For those students who might not have had the physical capabilities to participate in organized sports, Cynthia Morse allowed those individuals the opportunity to learn the lessons of sportsmanship and team play. excel among and with their peers, and enjoy the feeling of success. For this commitment, she was awarded the Gatorade Outstanding Unified Sports Coach of the Year by the CIAC in 2009. As important as the recognition, it was as equally satisfying to the young lady that made it all happen. Cindy spent 30 years of her life coaching unified sports, and the positive feedback that she often receives from those who had the opportunity to participate and their parents is best summed up by Cindy. All I did was my job, and I loved every minute of it.
In the grand scheme of things, she is why you get into education. She got into education for all the right reasons, and just loved what she did. And you could tell that she loved what she did. And the smiles on the kids' faces at a unified game says it all, and she just really appreciated all that.
Along with her involvement with unified sports, she found time to coach varsity softball, field hockey, and boys tennis at Killingly High. Capturing the Class S Field Hockey Championship and being named Class S Coach of the Year were highlights. However, equally rewarding was the recognition by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference for the Michaels Team Sportsmanship Award on 4 different occasions.
Because she just creates that type of environment where you can't do wrong. And she just inspires you to be better, to keep trying. She's just that type of person, and she still is.
In 1988, a reunion with former Putnam High softball teammate and friend Tammy LaCoyle evolved into more than just enjoyable get-togethers. Tammy had just returned to Connecticut as a member of the U.S. Air Force. They began playing softball games, then golf, and Friday night dinners. Discovered common values and loved spending time with each other. With support from both families, they moved in together, got engaged on Christmas Eve, and married in June of 2013 at the East Woodstock Congregational Church. Despite a diagnosis of breast cancer and having to deal with chemo and radiation treatments, when her friend Pam Childs became ill, of course Cindy became Pam's rock in time of need. Pam's family referred to Cindy as amazing. Eventually, she believed that a heart attack in 2021 was God's message to tell her it was time to retire. Throughout one's teaching career, an untold number of students are impacted and influenced by what an individual says or does in and out of the classroom. But when those messages are delivered in a compassionate, honest way, the instructor becomes a role model, especially for special students who often experience unfortunate shortcomings. For hundreds of them, Cynthia Morse is a true hero.